Good afternoon, all you lovely learners out there in learning land. Tyler from TenthumbsPro.com coming at you with another ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday. Today we're learning how to play Superstition by Stevie Wonder. What about you? What superstitions do you have? If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a lesson, and hit that like button like it owes you money. We'll break the lick down note for note and then go through the chorus so you can play the whole song. If you want a printable PDF for this lesson, you can get one by becoming a Patreon up here in the notes. That also gives you access to PDF for all of the lessons. Make sure you check the description for other links, including my email if you want some one-on-one lessons via Zoom or Skype, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and other links. Grab the ukulele, brain and attention span. Once you have those three things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in, let's do it. All right, so we're going to start with the chords. Now, even though the verse, if you're playing alone, you probably won't even actually play a chord. You're just going to be doing the riff. The verse does have an implied harmony. So if you were to, instead of the riff, strum, you would play this chord. It's a super dense, super jazzy, super funky chord known as the E7 sharp 9, made famous for a lot of people by Jimi Hendrix and Purple Haze. Open G string, 4th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. So it's just like making an E7, but you get the open G in there. And what makes it really tense is you have a G note and a G sharp. If you play just those two notes together, you hear how tense, and a lot of people would say just how bad that sounds. But in the context of a funk with some drums and everything, it sounds pretty cool. The other chords you're going to have, C7, bar the 3rd fret, and get your middle finger on the 4th fret of the C string. Now you're probably thinking, but the C7 here is so much easier. Well, the reason we use this C7 is because we move it down a half step and we use this B7. Move it down a half step and we use this B flat 7. Move it down a half step and we use this A7. We use all 4 of those chords in the chorus. So let's go ahead and jump into the verse and let's learn the riff. All right, so let's go ahead and learn the riff. Just so you know, if you want to play along with Stevie, you have to tune down a half step. I'm playing in standard tuning just to keep it easier because I know a lot of you don't want to retune your ukulele. But if you did want to and you wanted to play along with the recording, you would play G flat, B, E flat, A flat. Okay, but we're in standard tuning, G, C, E, A. All right, so the riff for the verse, the principal riff throughout the song sounds like this. Very, very cool. And it kicks off 5th fret of the E string to the 7th fret, then the 5th and 7th fret on the A string. And that is just the kickoff. Once we get into the open E, that's the spot where we loop it around to. So we go, and I'm doing these hammer-ons, 5 hammer 7, 5 hammer 7, into an open E. Once we get there, we're going to see some 8th notes, open E, 7th fret of the A string, 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret. Now at first, I was arranging this to be a little more down here. But I think even though we have to jump up to grab the 10th fret here, the riff sounds a little better in this area of the ukulele. So we get open E, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret, our G note. And those are all 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3. Now that 3rd is going to ring out just a little bit longer, and that's kind of where this groove comes in. And then you're going to get the 5th fret here. Now these last 3 notes are also what are known as ghost notes. To hear these last 3 notes, you have to put on the headphones and listen really, really closely. If you were to skip the last 3 notes, it would still sound good, to be totally honest. But these are just these little baby ghost notes, groove notes to keep things moving. We play the 5th fret here, and then we play 5 and 7 again. But when you play them, the dynamics of those notes, like the volume, for example, is significantly lower. So if we were to play it really slow, you would get. You feel how much softer and more quiet that is? And if you put them in time, you would get something more like. So you want to, with those last 3 notes, you want to bring the volume down a little bit. Then we get to the second measure, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret. 1 and 2 and 3. After that, we have that same little ghost movement. If we play nice and slow with that little ghost movement, we get. All right. So let's go ahead and play through the intro. Now, okay, this is also important. You'll notice those little brackets with the thick black lines with the 2 dots. That's where the riff would start over. So after you play through that second measure, you would play the open E string to restart. So let's go ahead and play through this riff 2 times to show you what I mean nice and slow. All right, and there she is. That's the riff. You would consider those 2 measures to be the riff 1 time, and you would play through that riff 8 times to be the verse. So why don't we go ahead and try to play through it 8 times to see, because that's how many times you need to play through it if you're able to play the verse. So let's play through that riff 8 times, and we're going to include the kickoff. So here we go. That would be the verse. All right, so you wouldn't hit that open E string that last time through there, because you're going to go right into the chorus, and the chorus is very loose vocally. You're not really nailing the lyrics right on the head with that moment. You're kind of floating through there, and you have a B7 for 2 beats, 1 2, C7 3 4. So that's 1 measure, 1 2 3 4. Back to B7 for 2 beats, 1 2. Then this B flat for 2 beats, 3 4. So at this point we have 2 measures. Then we play A7 for a whole measure, 1 2 3 4, and B7 for a whole measure, 1 2 3 4, making our chorus a 4-bar chorus. So we get 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. And then you're back into the riff. So that's the progression. Now the strum pattern we're going to use is a down, 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 up, 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 down. And then you let the B7 ring out. So if you were to actually count it, you would get 1 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1, 2 3 4. And then you're back into the riff. Cool. So why don't we try to put all of these pieces together from the top? So we're going to just take it from the top, and that'll be our play-along. And the purpose of this video is to teach you. So that thumbs up and the thumbs down, it really does help this video. And if you're thinking about giving this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, please, I encourage you to do so based on the quality of the education, not your opinion of my singing voice. I'm singing just for fun, and the ultimate goal is to give you a little bit of context to see how these riffs and all of these pieces come together. Okay, so we're going to jump into this. Again, please, when you're thinking thumbs up and thumbs down, I want you to think, did you learn this? And I think if you made it this far, I think that's pretty clear. All right, so let's jump. Very superstitious, writing on the wall. Very superstitious, the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, the good things in your past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer superstition. Excellent job, everybody. That was it. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the tutorial. Here at tenthumbspro.com, we appreciate you trusting your learning with us. Keep on rocking, keep on rolling, and we'll catch you next Wednesday or next Saturday for our next ukulele tutorial. Have a lovely day. Love, peace, and chicken grease. All good, my friends. Take care.